Nakore Apparel is a lifestyle brand inspired by and created for those who unabashedly seek, speak, and live in truth. Nakore is the African Adinkra symbol for truthfulness, and the clothes speak truth in all its forms with the ultimate aim of love and justice. If you're down to expand the culture, break barriers, and eradicate injustice wherever you find it, then Nakore Apparel is the brand for you. Go to NakoreApparel.com. That's Nokore Apparel.com.
Nakore, apparel for truth tellers.
You are now tuned in to the Drunk Mind Sober Thoughts Podcast.
346.
I mean, you still look good, brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you just look like you.
Look, the conversation leak. What's going on, Brandon?
I'm good, man. I am good. I'm stress free.
Brainstorm, are you okay?
Man.
Are you okay, Brainstorm?
Are you okay?
I'm good, man.
Tell me, are you okay, Brainstorm? You've been hit by complaining nigga roast. Booga 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 boom.
God.
Yo, I watched this background vocals video on YouTube of Michael Jackson this week.
With him doing all that stuff in the
Bruh, I got
thought
so
it was
much more respect for
background
Mike.
people. That was him doing a lot
Mike
of that.
is an alien.
The crazy part, even the little thing y'all was just saying, he was talking about a mannequin, the CPR dog, because it was always called Annie. That whole they said
Right.
he was getting training on CPR as he was recording that song, and so he went in the booth and started saying, "Annie, are you okay?"
Wow.
Because the CPR dog's name was Annie.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's crazy.
Mike
And
is crazy.
And Mike's harmonies, I don't think people really understand. I didn't. I'm people.
Yeah.
How talented Mike was. Mike would take an entire chord from like E minor down, and he would sing his part on every key.
Bruh.
And he would have like 8 layers.
Yeah.
And then you would hit play, and it would sound like
Just
a genie sprinkled some dust. I'm like, what the fuck? What?
They spent that. She sprinkled the dust from the glove.
Right.
Because hearing like one of his lines in, I don't know, G minor when it's supposed to be, that one sounds off. But when you combine them all together, oh man. But anyway.
Yo, what is going on? This is DJ Brainstorm on the mic with you right now, coming to you live and direct with episode number 346 of the Drunk Mind Sober Thoughts Podcast. The DMST Podcast is back. Thank you to everybody tuning in on our Duo Podcast. So it's up on Facebook.
It's up on
so
both.
yeah, Duo
Yeah, I'm on
Podcast,
Facebook over here.
and on YouTube right now. And thank you to everybody tuning in throughout the week on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, the TuneIn Radio app, No Wooshka. Anywhere, wherever, however you get your podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in this week. Playboy, how you feeling? I'm sorry, real quick. No Ulysses this week. She's not here this week. Shout out to Ulysses. But Playboy, how you feeling?
Feeling great, man. Playboy the DJ, Playboy DA DJ. Another week, another show, man. Ready to get it in, bro. I feel great, man.
Dev, how you feeling?
Feeling good, man. Right off the top, before we get going too far in the podcast, when people, somebody, your boss come get you or something, or you get bogged down on some work, you might skip over this. We have the luxury of being on the red carpet for Curve the Runway 4.
Yes.
Watch the Throne. It is going to be a fashion show coming up. I can't remember. This October. God, I can't remember the exact date. Hold on.
I'm about to find it.
Don't get me to line on our homie. You know what I'm saying? We're going to find this right now.
I got a question to ask y'all, too. Remind me to ask y'all something when the show's over.
Okay. Hold on. Let's get the info for Curve the Runway 4. CTR. Sorry, y'all. We're here with black people. It's
October 14th.
October 14th. At the LaSalle Theater in Euclid, 185th. She gave me
Are we breaking news right now?
The news.
Are we breaking news
We're breaking some news.
We got
here
enough
on the
numbers in the
DMST
feed right
podcast.
now for us to break some news right now.
You know what?
You
know
fucking know, but I don't know. That
This is
driving
driving me. This has been driving me crazy since she was on. I told her
you
that
know
too.
what? You know what's crazy? She said use what you call that? The riddle to get this to get y'all, and the riddle is so simple. So my question to y'all is:
Do we want to do this now or?
let's do it. Let's do it now while people still paying attention.
We
need
still
them to know.
yeah.
We didn't know. We'll talk about it again later. But while it's early in the pod, let's get this out so people can know. My only question to y'all is:
This is the riddle, correct?
Is she, I don't know. Is she 5'2" or 5'2"?
That means Lloyd. So Lloyd is the guest.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Lloyd.
She's oh shit! Oh, for real? Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah. I know they might cut us.
So that means on the red carpet.
All right, I'm gonna leave it. I ain't gonna do too much. They'll cut us off. But
So that means on the red
Yes.
carpet, we have to ask them: Is she
5'2"
5'2"
or
is she
5'2"?
5'2"? That's going to be the name of this episode.
all
this
love
week,
for
too.
the homie. I think he might be 5'2". You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be the name of the episode this
Yeah.
week. 5'2",
5'2" or
5'2".
5'2".
All right, bet.
So so the homie R&B.
I knew it was him.
You knew it was him all along. I knew it was him.
All along.
The homie Lloyd will be coming through. I think so. It's gonna be a grown and sexy prime style
That's probably
event.
my favorite song of his. That one and Lay It Down. Honestly, Lay It Down is my. I play that to this day. Lay It Down.
So it's gonna be a pretty dope event. She got Lloyd coming through
Okay.
as the feature artist. There's going to be, like last year, there was hip hop artists. Going to be a lot of dope R&B artists. You know what I'm saying? You know who I'm in the works. She got to bring that one out.
Yep.
Kat got to bring that one out for this. So I'm gonna talk to her about possibly doing some stuff during the fashion show.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be a very grown and sexy adult prime style event. And it is the one and only Lloyd, man. That's gonna be coming through. What's your thoughts on that, Playboy? Because you've been proliferate. How you say it?
You've been doing something.
You've been thinking about it. Proliferating.
No, that's fire, man. That's fire.
Yeah,
like we was talking about the song as far as him and Lil Wayne. That's one of my all time favorite joints ever. You know, so but I mean, yeah, he dope artist, man. Got talent. Can't wait to check the brother out, man.
Yeah.
James said, "What if I get it, shawty? Get it, shawty.
Get it, shawty.
Yeah, that's
it's gonna be dope,
too.
man. It's gonna be dope. Yeah.
I got another piece of news.
Yeah.
So we know that Lloyd just got announced as he's going to be the guest there. I am officially one of the background dancers on Get It Shot.
Oh Lord! Are you going to be doing the butterfly? Get it. One leg, two leg.
One time now.
Oh man!
Oh man, that's
All right.
funny.
That is dope. It's good to see. Like you said, it's really been burning some people up trying to figure out who the guest was going to be this year.
Yeah.
As we've been telling y'all
So
all along, get your tickets.
She's doing tickets are on sale now. She's doing a really good job of marketing this thing, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Curvy CEO, man. She is dope, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope.
Wait till you, bruh. That red carpet, I already got our nigga.
Been in the Salamala Sandals. You gonna be like Young Joe?
Just
Dirty
call me
South Hawkins,
just call me
Atlanta.
Mr. Mays or Salmon, bro. I'm about, nigga, about to kill it. That red carpet, bro.
Kill these niggas in the morning.
This might be one time that I might actually dress.
Yeah,
Like
man.
dress. Yeah.
I
We
might
got to,
actually,
man.
For real.
I'ma come out
Y'all
this bitch
niggas
like,
out here I might come out there looking like my boy and my boy Denzel and with the fur.
Yeah.
and hat and shit.
American Gangster.
American
I might
Gangster.
pull up
come
like
out here with
Diddy
the
at
whole
the-
chinchilla on. You know, you never know. You never
Put up
know.
like Diddy at the Met Gala.
Right.
Looking
gonna
like
come up
Game
like-
of Thrones, nigga.
I might.
Yeah, man. We got to put on. You know what I'm saying? Because we representing. Hey, we the first line of defense. When you look at it, you know, people coming through red carpet. We right there, so we got to represent.
So
That's
it's gonna be dope, man. But yeah, shout out to Lloyd, man. But anyway, I'm good, ready to go with the pod, man. Just wanted to get that out the way early so we could get the information out there to the people, and then talk about it more as we go.
Oop, sorry.
All right.
How you feeling today, man?
I'm good, man. Let's leave it at that. I'm good. Yeah, no, I'm good, man. It's cool. It's been a cool week, you know.
Yeah,
Decent
that's,
weekend and stuff. I'm good. Playboy, how was your week?
Week was it was cool, man. Getting acquainted at the new position as far as where I'm at, but things about to take another turn. You know what I'm saying? And like I told y'all before, so like I said in another podcast that we did, man, it's amazing how when you in a certain space that what he giveth, he can taketh away. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I feel like he does that to remind you of just different shit, you know? And I think that was just a lesson that I had to learn. It was so much confusion, so much stuff going on, but the reality is at the end of the day, and sometimes when he taketh away, he giveth back. Mm-hmm. So I got some moves I'm making, a blast from the past, you know, with certain situations. So for the first time, man, you know what? I feel good, man. Mm-hmm. I'm okay. I'm feeling good, man. So my week was great, man. I'm getting money. You know, as long as I'm able to take care of my situations and different stuff.
Matter.
That's all that matter, man. So I'm back to the money, my nigga. So it's all good.
Okay. Dev, how was your week?
Week was cool, man. Walked back in the church house.
Yes.
For the first time in a minute. I was raised going to church every Sunday, but early. I mean, towards the middle of my years. Early on, we didn't. Middle to through high school, I did. One thing I do have to say, I got shouts out to 2023 church. It's not the same. Like the problem, I don't know how it was for y'all going to like the hall or whatever, but church on Sundays, you need to carve out a smooth 3 to 4 hours.
Right.
Smooth 3 to 4.
Nah, for us it was 2 hours even.
Woo, Baptist Christian church.
I know that.
In the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
You get there at 10, 2, you done miss first half every Sunday.
Right.
I got to give them credit. The service was at 11:00. The lights went down and the drum fill started. I said, oh, man, there's no CP time.
Right.
You can, like, give offerings through Cash App. Like, I don't know if you've ever been to a Baptist. They'll come out, they'll sing a song.
Right.
Then they'll pray over the people who gonna give. Then they pass around the plate. Then if you don't pass around the plate, you walk up to the front, put it in the basket. Then they pray over the money that was put in the basket.
Right.
Then they carry it to the back. Then they sing and pray. You be like, dog, this took a half hour.
Right.
Little offering took 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I scanned. They put a little barcode up on the thing. I barcoded Cash App.
Yeah.
Send my little money. I said, oh. But I got in there 11 by 12, 20 feet was on the pavement. Feet was on the pavement. They sing a little song, 2 little quick runs after, they'll keep going.
Right.
Off stage.
Pity patting on out of there.
When they off stage, the next dude coming on. You know what I'm saying? I said, oh, this is they showing out for the masses, but it was good to go, man. I was talking about it this week. I don't want to get too. I mean, we talk about everything here, but like my problem I always had growing up was it was almost like having an issue with like I don't know if I talked about this last week, but I love education, but some people have a problem with the education system. There's nothing wrong with education, learning something. Sometimes like the school you're in or the system can be corrupt, and like my problem was I never had any issue with a higher power and all that kind of stuff, but the people who were delivering the message often sullied the experience for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I remember one time I went to Virginia. I was going through the combine. I was down there to work out at Towson for the regional NFL combine. Me and my brother went to the church on the Sunday, and the dude was basically on some like I can't remember exactly what he said, but he was like, people want to spend their time watching football and playing, and you need to be on the gridiron for the Lord. And I say, well, dog, I mean, I'm down here trying to pursue my dreams. Like, you know what I'm saying? You pretty much pulled your pants down and took a hot one on my dreams. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to come back here. But that would happen over and over again. We're like, what if I'm not down and out? What if I'm not in need of 18 million different pieces of saving? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if I'm doing okay? What if I'm all right? Do I still need to come here? Because y'all only seem to be talking to the people who can't pay their light bill.
Right.
And who got multiple sclerosis or something and they need to be healed. What if I'm doing all right health-wise? What if I'm okay financially? Can I still get something out of this? You know what I'm saying? And that's why we're running into those issues.
Well, part of it is that's the basis of the message. I was watching a documentary about church and stuff like that not long ago, and it's like that's the basis of the message. Like if you go to most churches, it's all kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
they kind of break you down to talk about what you ain't got and what you ain't doing and what you shouldn't be doing and all this stuff. So it's like, and it make you seem like that everything you do just needs to just be there. It's the basis of it's the same cycle no matter where you go. But I'm not going into that. But.
Yeah, but one thing I gave him credit for today, like even the messaging behind what dude was saying, what the pastor was saying was dope. Like, you know, he specifically spoke to, I don't care what your life situation is. You know what I'm saying? Basically, he was talking about be a representation of what you believe. Whenever somebody see you need to be representation of what you are, no matter what you're doing. Right. Care how much money you got. That's going to go into a whole nother conversation we're going to have today. But it was just a dope overall message, and I think the messaging and like the atmosphere around some churches nowadays might be shifted a little bit. And I think I gotta give it a shot. I'm not gonna I might not settle there. I might, give a couple different spots a shot, but I gotta find a home somewhere. But yeah, so pretty much my week has been, I've been cleansing my palate, really, man, really. So like I haven't really watched. I will get to these shows. I'm not flipping some crazy new leaf and becoming a brand new person who walk with his nose in the air and chin out, and you don't talk to me, you peasants. But I have been like, I felt like, it started with like what I put in my body, but then I'm like, what am I ingesting spiritually? What am I ingesting mentally? What am I watching? What am I viewing? And so I haven't watched any after like 2 episodes of like Ghost, and I haven't watched Snowfall. Eventually I will watch them. Right now, I don't want that to consume me. I haven't watched the playoff game in a week and a half. Like that stuff would consume my.
Yeah.
You're on a fast.
I mean, and the reality is it's just as simple as there's a higher power at work on Dev right now.
Yeah, basically.
So, I mean, you know what I mean?
So
nothing wrong with that, bro.
Eventually, school will be out in 14 more working days. Let's clap it up for that. But anyway, 14 more school days. But after that, I think, I get a chance, sit down, maybe watch some shows, whatever. But just right now, I don't know what it is. It's just like zero desire to do those things. And like,
ain't nothing wrong with that, brother. Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong. And there's nothing wrong, as we would say back in the day.
With a little bump on.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with receiving spiritual food.
Yeah.
Period. So, kudos to you, man. Continue on your path of what's for you, bro.
Yeah. That's been my week, man.
I feel it. That's dope, man.
How was you talking about your week? How was your week, man?
I mean, like I said, it's all good. We just everything right now is wedding stuff. So we order stuff. Shit comes to the apartment. You look at it like, all right, cool. Like this week, the greeting sign came in, and our wedding guest book came in, and we still looking at other stuff. You was asking me like what we're gonna be doing the Friday before. That's another thing we got to, because we didn't finish talking about it pre-show, so we got to talk about it post-show. But but just everything is that now. It's literally everything is that. I mean, Corlicia's mom and them will be in here. I think weekend after Nets. She does her try on with the dress and everything and stuff like that. I was texting y'all last week. We got to start handling our stuff with with our things and stuff. So I mean, that's literally what everything is right now. Like June is gonna be here quick. She'll be gone a couple weekends for her stuff between bridal showers and bachelorette party, and July will be here before we know it. And it's just, so I'm just dealing.
Are we sending a spy? Where's she going to her bachelorette party at? What the spy situation looking like? We gonna keep that under wraps?
Yeah, I guess so.
We gotta send a spy down there.
Yeah, because she really doesn't know where they're going.
Oh well, so. Yeah, she do. Well, when you find out, let us know. We gotta send a spy. We gonna hit up China. We gonna get one of them spy balloons. You know what I'm saying?
Brain circle be sitting.
But have y'all talked about at any point? I know this ain't gonna do with nothing. Have y'all talked at any point about how much Corlicia looks like my favorite person on the internet? Ari Lennox.
Yeah, she does.
Ari Lennox is the funniest person in America. Have you ever watched her on her stories?
I don't even think I follow Ari.
It's Corlicia. I stumbled up on it on Twitter. She's the funniest person in the world, man. And I noticed while laughing on a binge the other day, that is Corlicia.
Oh, I'm gonna have to pull it up and look at it then to see if I see it.
Now that I'm thinking about it and I'm looking at her, it is.
Really?
Oh, it's crazy. It's insane.
Let me look at this real quick. I don't know if she's tuned in right now.
Is that Corlicia or is that Ari Lennox?
That's right. That's her.
I don't know if it's...
Is that Carlisa or Ari Lennox? We can't tell the truth. We can't tell the difference.
That is her, bruh.
I don't know. She might not be watching because she might be making dinner right now. Since my mom said we always cook late, but...
Let me ask you a question about this.
Yeah.
Are you looking... you know what? I can't wait. You know
Come
what?
on,
I guess I can see a
Come
little
on, man.
resemblance.
Come on, man.
Just like it, bro.
so.
Come on. Look up at
just
this
like
screen right now.
She said second person to say that she looks like ours. So
Ari Lennox.
I just... Look, man, a lot of stuff been... Can I just...
Go ahead.
get in here real quick with this?
I'm going to find her stuff while you do this.
Like, it's so amazing, everything that's going on, you know, in particular. I can't even lie. I'm so looking forward to your wedding, bro.
That's what everybody keeps saying, man. I hope it don't
the
disappoint.
look on your face when your beautiful bride walks down that aisle,
I
bro.
hope people don't be disappointed, man. The way everybody keeps saying it, man.
No, ain't nobody going to be disappointed.
Like, I'm really looking forward to this moment because of just the nature of just in general. We know everything in life we've all been through as far as different shit. Like, I am looking forward to that moment. Like,
Yeah, it's
just know you got my shoulder, bro, if you want to, you know.
Yeah, hey man, it's funny because I did a.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm crying. I'm crying.
I know. I already know.
I'm crying.
Can we, real quick, can I show you the fun? This might be the funniest video on the internet right now.
Willie, don't be strange talking about what kind of porn I like.
Oh, this ain't it. This ain't it. This ain't it. This the wrong one. I'm sorry. This the wrong one. I'm trying to find the one with what she talking about? What's his name? Oh man. Is this it? Oh, I can't find it. I'm gonna go back to ours. I'm gonna find it. She talking about Tory Lanez. Bruh, when I tell you it's the funniest video I've ever seen in my life, man. Let's see. Ari Lennox might be the funniest person online, man.
You think so?
Hands down. Here we go. I had no idea. I had absolutely no idea,
but yeah,
though. That's the funny
I
part.
just wanted y'all to, why do you, because I got to focus on this road. But yeah, y'all, I just wanted y'all to, why do y'all keep frying Tory Lanez? Did he say something crazy? Do I have to get involved? Because I'm ready. I'm ready. The whites have me hot and ready. No offense to the sweet whites, okay? I promise you. What that bald-headed nigga say?
God damn.
What that receding ass, disgusting elf of a nigga say? What that little puny little troll say? What that little goddamn Jack Russell looking ass
Jack Russell Terrier.
Yo, all funny as fuck.
Hold on, y'all.
She called it a good Jack Russell Terrier.
Hold on, listen to what she said. Hold on,
y'all. Let me pay for this motherfucking chicken real quick.
Man,
She in a Popeyes line?
yes, nigga, she in the line of Popeyes. Man, if that ain't the funniest video I ever seen, man.
Oh,
and while I was on a deep dive watching the funniest videos I've ever seen, about 3 in, I said, nigga, that's Corlisha making these lives. But anyway.
Yeah.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No. I like I said, I put her name in and I looked at a couple of pictures. So I was like, okay, I can see it.
Oh yeah.
But man, Ari, it's so many more, man. Ari Lennox funny as hell. I had no idea she was that funny, man. Everybody was like, oh yeah, her live's funny as hell. So, bro, I had zero idea. One of the funniest human beings on earth. What that Jack Russell Jack
Jack Russell. What? Well, she said it. I'm like, how clever.
Little troll and her voice so soft and nice.
Did you see her go from? So I just wanted to.
What'd he say? Anyway, man, my bad. I had to. Once you brought up Corliss, made me think about the deep dive I went on the other day.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man.
But no, like I said, yeah. So that's all the weeks are right now. It's it's literally counting down these last 10 weeks or whatever it is. Yeah. You know, until we and everybody's asking, you know, are you nervous and stuff like that. And it's like I don't really feel like I'm nervous yet because it's just I mean, y'all tell me, like, is it a reason to really be like if you know if you know that you're with a good person or you're with the right person, is it a reason to really be nervous?
I think it's wild.
I don't even think it's.
Do you remember we had the best player on the planet, but Game 7 came around?
Right.
You remember what you felt 5 minutes?
I'm nervous.
Right.
As soon as TNT or whoever the hell ABC, you saw Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy sitting courtside. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Right. It's just the moment. I believe.
Okay.
Like I never got the chance. I was married I never got the chance to have like a real wedding, so I never had the experience of walking down the aisle or seeing my bride walk down the aisle or stuff like that. But I believe in that moment you'll be like, oh damn.
I'm pretty sure in the moment, yeah, I agree with you. In the moment when it's all when you're even the day, when you like we said, we talking about the night before, we got to but just when you putting the clothes on, putting the suit and the tux on and stuff like that, and then everything. I am almost certain that, of course, I'm going to feel a certain way then. But it's just like, as of right now, no, I'm just, can we make sure everything gets paid? That's it. Outside of that, we good.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great day, man.
We good. But yeah, so it's that's it. I mean, literally, that's my weeks right now. It's just the last bit of planning, which we've done a really good job of being on top of things and stuff like that. Invitations go out next weekend, basically. So it's just let's get it done with. I'm just waiting. I just wanted to kind of be done with, not because I'm trying to be funny, but it's just like at some point with all the stuff that's getting planned, you're just ready to get to the point that it's like, all right, it's done and over with. Now we move on to the next part and everything. So, but with that being said, also shout out to Paco. I did his show yesterday.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
I did a show. He had hit me up and said he wanted to talk about the transition from going from
Boo to
just basically like you kind of
wife
in these positions, and like you say, when you've known somebody for like 30 years and stuff, like you've seen relationships come, relationships go, and stuff like that. So he was just asking questions about how you get to this point and the difference and stuff like that. So I mean, we did that yesterday. So shout out to him for the turnaround time, because that show was out. Yeah, he did that shit last night. That shit is out today. This morning.
Yep,
so.
I seen that. Yeah.
Yeah,
man. That's what's up.
But yeah, that's it.
Like Paco, man.
Yeah.
So you want to get into topics, man, or topic?
Yeah,
let's dissect this.
We might as well do the big one. I mean,
let's dissect.
You know what's funny? On like Wednesday of this week, Thursday, I was like, "What day did you text us?"
I can't even remember.
What was it? Thursday you texted us, and it was like. And I remember the day before, or
when you first heard about it.
No.
I avoided it for 2-3 days.
Earlier that day, I remember I was talking to Corlicia about it. And I'm like, God, I don't think I want to talk about this on Sunday. I'm like, but it's probably gonna come up. And later that day, you shot the text. It's like, all right. I'm like, oh,
no,
well.
it's because it's not just about what we talk. I clearly talking about.
And I wonder what side of things, if we gonna be up here yelling at each other.
We might be because
just don't hit me.
I'm not.
It was Thursday.
That was Thursday. All right.
This is the messed up part about it.
Okay, so let's set it up, people.
So obviously we're talking about Ebony K. Williams and the day the bus driver's comment or whatever. I'm debating whether or not we should play her response. Should we play her? So basically, Ayanna Van Zandt asked which day the bus driver.
I struggle to say her name.
Ayanna Van Zandt said when she dated a bus driver. She said if he owned the bus company.
If he owned the bus. Yeah.
If he owned the bus. You know what? This is her responding to it. You want to play her responding to it?
Shit, fuck it, why not?
Let's play her responding to it before we get off into it.
So out of the 50,000 plus comments posted on social, I only saw a handful that even considered the possibility of a bus owner being a more aspirational position and recognizing that I am actually speaking and pouring into the ascension of black men when I said what I said. But see, no, some of y'all were too busy naming and shaming me personally and black women in general as undesirable, gold diggers, and much worse. Now, I suspect that some of y'all are the same men that were bringing home C's and D's on your report cards, only to then be coddled by parents that said, well, that's okay, as long as you're doing your best. Well, listen, I love and believe in the excellence of black men. So no, my dear, C's and D's or any other form of mediocrity is not okay. No, I will not create a soft place for you or anybody that I love to fall comfortably into the bigotry of low expectations. So I'm going to say one more time, there's absolutely nothing wrong with driving a bus. My mother Gloria drove one for years. But could it be that Black America has been sold a narrative of average, regular, and typical being good enough for us? Well, see, that's called white supremacy. And in this case, it takes the form of conditioning Black Americans to happily accept being a permanent American underclass. But see, because I know the truth about Black folk in America, no, average is not and will never be good enough for me. And the gag is, I don't think it's good enough for you either.
Mute's off.
All righty,
So,
mute off. We're back up and running.
Let's talk about it.
Let's converse. All right. First, I don't know where I don't want to lose the people first. I don't want to lose. I'll bring in the part that's going to lose people later. This concept of your profession defining your status or your effectiveness or your standing is it's unforgivable, to be honest with you, in my book, for my personal opinion. Not saying anybody else's personal opinion. My personal opinion, classifying you based on your profession is, I don't even know the word to use.
Well, it's classism.
It's classism, but classism is kind of like putting people in peg. Basically, this is saying, and people who, in my opinion, people who agree are saying those who don't find whatever, who don't want to be a owner of, I don't know, a Starbucks are less, are like failures of industry. But they're like failures in, it doesn't make so much, it makes so little sense. It's hard for me to even entertain. Because somebody got to teach your kids. And I'm telling you right now, maybe I'm crazy. I don't want nobody teaching my kids with their eye on their next business. Respectfully, leave my kids the fuck alone and go start your t-shirt printing business.
Right.
I need people who love to make $47,000 a year teaching my kids. And on a nice $2,000 to $4,000 a year step up plan to eventually make somewhere in the upper double digits.
Right.
That's what I have so little issue with that. It's hard for me to even acknowledge the other side, which is if I don't want to own the school, that does not make logical. It does not make logical sense for everybody to own. Who the fuck's going to drive your bus? Who's going to drive your bus and you own the bus company?
I agree with that.
It doesn't make logical sense.
Right.
Who's going to teach him? Who's going to serve the burgers if everybody wants to own Burger King?
I agree with that.
It doesn't even make sense for a society to function if everybody owns everything.
You absolutely right with that.
I just don't.
No, you're absolutely right.
You know what?
Man.
I ain't got nothing to say.
I don't even understand.
That's an excellent point.
I feel like you're absolutely right with that. Like one part of this well, I would say I completely agree with that because of the fact that not everybody's going to be, and we've had these conversations at home a couple of days, this week, but not everybody's going to be a business owner. Not everybody aspires to be in that position. And
it don't make you less than.
And that part doesn't make, and I'm not going to argue none of that. That part doesn't make you less than at all. It's like when she was on Brilliant. I'm not Brilliant. When she was on Breakfast Club,
yeah.
And she had the longer interview, like the 40-minute interview and stuff. And
that was wilder, but that was too much to break down.
Was it?
Yes.
Okay, but like when she was on there or whatever. But it's just like, I mean, it's like they said, we learned during COVID the value of these people that do these jobs or whatever. Not everybody's going to own a business. Some of us are going to be, I think about the episode 1 of the Cosby Show, regular people, like Theo said. That's what a lot of us are going to be. To be honest, I don't feel like I ever want to own a business. I know there's a lot of people out there that say, be your own boss and go do that. I don't, maybe and if I can get financially into a better space, I'll do some real estate or something like that. But I don't want to, outside of my DJing stuff, I don't really have an idea in my mind that I want to own my own business or whatever. I have the work that I like doing and what I want to do, and I'm good with that. I want to be paid a fair wage for it, but I'm good. So I don't think y'all wrong at all with that. Yeah, like you said, we can't all be business owners, because if that's the case, then we can't. Then who gonna be at the McDonald's getting us our food, or who gonna be not shitting on McDonald's or anything.
It's the truth.
Who gonna be stocking the groceries in the stores or something like that or whatever. I ain't got no problem with that.
Yeah, but
I
don't feel like that's the end of the phrase.
no, I ain't know. But if Playboy has something or anything with that,
he said it perfectly. Man. You said it perfectly too. I mean,
she made a whole bunch of sense right there.
Yeah,
you know,
there's nothing. And even when you said regular people, who defines what regular is?
Yeah, like that's
like media, whatever.
Just because
that's what I have an issue with, man.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. This is another perspective of it. Most of the people that are owners and bosses and stuff, they going through so much bullshit and ain't nowhere near being happy versus a person that get up and go and do their 9 to 5.
It's a hell of a
hold on, because I didn't want to make nobody mad, right? But fuck it,
right?
The views expressed.
Goddamn,
you got
to put your own disclaimer out there, but goddamn.
But when Kevin Samuel said niggas shouldn't get average, I'm not gonna go there. Because now we can define average. Now we can define average, and I don't want niggas to go off anywhere in the feed or anywhere else. I hate online. I'm seeing they trying to cape for her. I heard her say, "These are the same." This is out of her mouth. That brought home C's and D's. So anybody who don't own a business
are C&D niggas.
Is C&D dumbass niggas. She literally said it. You want me to rewind it?
I didn't
she said
it that way though.
No, she said it. They did this shit to Kevin Samuels for 4 years. She said it.
Yep.
She said those are the same dudes who brought home. She said that. She didn't innuendo it. I can rewind it and play it.
Let's
she
listen
said
to it again.
Okay,
yeah, that's what she said.
Personally, I mean,
that's exactly what she said.
I'm not debating. I'm not debating that
Yeah.
she didn't say the season D. I'm saying the way I interpreted it.
No,
didn't mean
no.
that
We
all
can't
y'all
give-
niggas that
No,
work at anything
we
outside
can't
of
give-
that is a C&D.
We can't
That's
give her
not
that
how
grace.
I interpreted it.
Hold on. We can't give her that
Why
grace because they never gave Kev that grace because he had a bigger picture too. We got to take her shit at face value.
So?
Y'all took Kev at face value and called him an ain't shit nigga. So I'm going to take her at face value. We never gave this nigga any rope other than to hang himself.
Yeah. Let's roll it back.
We only gave him rope to hang himself. We never gave him rope to recover. And we're not going to do that with her.
I hear it the same way you do. Let's roll it back one more time.
Damn, it's real low.
Yeah, you gotta kick it up. Yeah.
I gotta turn this off.
Position and recognizing that I am actually speaking.
My bad, y'all. Sorry, y'all. It's coming.
On your report cards, only to then be covered. Y'all are the same men that were bringing home. I suspect that some of y'all are the same men, and much worse. Now, I suspect that some of y'all are the same men that were bringing home C's and D's on your report cards, only to then be coddled by parents that said, well, that's okay, as long as you're doing your best.
Not only was I suspect these were some of the same men. I suspect these were some of the same men who were bringing home C's and D's, and on top of that, were coddled by their parents. Because hey, you're doing your. Not everybody wants to own somebody's bus company.
I agree with that.
And a lot of
this doesn't make.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Just what goes in. Like I was watching Brilliant Idiots, and I was watching a couple other things. What if somebody's desire is to coach?
Yeah.
Like the dude who was coaching our basketball team this year, he took a job as a health teacher at Kirk, our middle school. He's going to teach there next year to coach middle school basketball. Mm-hmm. That's what he did it for. So he's going to teach health to coach. He couldn't be the principal and coach. He couldn't be the superintendent of East Cleveland Public Schools and coach. His passion is in coach. It's so many more nuances to being adults. Not everybody is a 35 or 45-year-old single person with no kids.
That too.
Sometimes you got to do shit. Life is nuanced, in my opinion. I don't want to get too.
And nuance is the thing. Like for me, when I heard her talk, when I watched the Iyanla, it's hard. That lady, I've been struggling all week.
Yeah.
Trust me. I was like, oh, I ain't see nothing wrong with what she said personally, you know. And then when I saw her rebuttal, I was like, all right. To me, she lost me when she started going to the white supremacy thing and all that stuff. I
like Sean said it.
The big picture of what I felt like she wanted to do, I get it, but I felt like it all got lost in the weeds. I just felt like, when do people get upset? Like if Iyanla asked her, would you date a bus driver, and she said no, then why the fuck are you mad, or why the fuck are you mad, or anybody? And I'm just saying this in general, and I'm only saying it in the general.
Because of what led up to it, I don't think we give a fuck who she's dating. It was the mess. It was the same. This is literally the same thing Kevin Samuels got, what they call it, whatever and neutered for, spayed and neutered for. But I don't give a fuck what Kev would that, but it's the overall messaging. So and he's speaking for the group. She's speaking for a group.
So then my question would be, which we'll concede that point.
Spade and neuter.
Because spade and neuter. I remember that from Price is Right. He always said that, signing off on Price is Right. But it's like, so I would concede that point and say, okay, cool, I get that, because. But I just feel like with the Kevin Samuels, when you make that relation with the two of them or whatever, it's like, if we want that grace for him.
No. I'm not asking for the grace. I'm asking for the same smoke. I want R. Kelly to go to prison and the rest of them. Mm-hmm. I feel like Kev was terrible at nuance. He was terrible at getting his message across. This is a horrible message. This is horrible. You can't play if you don't agree with me, you racist, and you a black woman.
You know what's funny?
Because I don't agree with you and I ain't racist.
It's like, I haven't heard that statement you just made from a lot of people. The fact that Kev was horrible with getting his point across.
He was horrible.
Because the way I explained
because he was nuanced.
The way I explained it to Carlisha this week was like, with Kev, a lot of people used to just, they would go down swinging. I mean, like whatever for Kev or whatever.
Because hold on, real quick.
No, but it's like, but we can't give that same grace to her. It's like it's like the same thing y'all wanted for him. We can't give it to her. It's like, it's nuanced. Like, we can't understand what she's saying. Do I think that she felt like anybody that drives a bus was a CND student? No. People are just doing what they love and what makes them happy. People can go into a trade and make decent money with a trade. And but
this is what we used to do for people would blow down.
My original thing too was like, people asked her what she wanted, and people got mad at what she fucking wanted.
But that's
why are we mad at what she wanted?
Because she started talking to the masses. She didn't talk. She didn't keep it on message.
But then again, so what is people? But what are people mad about if for her she's saying that, all right, cool. Like when we talked about when we look at the totality, everything she talked about between Breakfast Club and everything, when she's talking about, hey, I want people doing better. Like was she talking about people that want to be?
I don't think that can be. I feel like that's law. I don't feel like people doing better means they have to own the business. That doesn't correlate. It doesn't make sense.
Though. I think she said that herself. Though.
I'm saying this real quick. I think the issue, well, at least from what I took from it, I think the issue is, it's not the issue of her preference of wanting an owner. It's the issue of you saying you want the owner and in the same breath down a nigga that's not the owner.
Yeah.
That don't make me
saying
less.
If you're not the owner, you must have been a C&D student and your parents college you, and I want greatness for you. Time the fuck. What the fuck you mean you want greatness for me?
I know people right now that are intelligent, whatever the case, are capable, but just don't want that lifestyle.
Job that pays them a fair wage and stuff. Like they doing the same thing.
Some people just don't want the wear and tear that comes with being the owner of an establishment.
Go ahead. Can I say this real quick? I saw this shit online. and it got some relevance. Just give me a second. I saw this dude talking, and he was like, y'all probably seen it. He said, I give you $1 million right now. But the kicker is you die in the morning.
Right.
Would you take it?
Hell no, I wouldn't take it.
Then that lets you know that time is more important than money.
Absolutely.
So I don't even know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
This concept that somehow the job you have, which correlates to the amount of money in your bank account, somehow defines you, it is below the Richter scale. It makes no impact on the person. I don't give a fuck where you work at. I don't give a fuck where you work at. It does not change my outlook on you. It has zero. The only thing it would do to me is put false idolism on you.
Right.
It's one of the reasons why you don't want to meet your idols. I would feel like, yo, Lloyd gonna be opening for the thing, and then he gonna come up here and do the pod. I'll be happy because we know him. It's false idolism.
Right.
Then he gets up here and he a cool nigga, and he like drink water but it fall out his mouth. And he a normal nigga who got weird idiosyncrasies. No, none of that shit make you LeBron still losing his hair.
Right.
Don't none of that shit make you anything other than a nigga who can hoop. That's the problem I have with it. Is being a human has nothing to do with what you do for a living. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care what you do.
I ain't even lie to you. I know people, old school people. Honestly, this case in point. I got a individual right now that I know that I'll be soon, getting back with as far as on the career side, that has always and forever worked in a factory. But this nigga lives out in the suburbs. He has a 5-bedroom, 6-bedroom house, swimming pool. He has everything. So if we talking about monetary things,
you can get them.
You can get them whatever. You don't have to be. Now, if she's speaking from a perspective of wanting somebody that what she deems to be ambitious, that's her preference. I'm not mad at her preference.
I'm not mad at her preference.
But to say that a nigga like me that go in a factory every day is a C and D nigga, nah, I can't agree with that. I
feel like niggas got mad as soon as she said if he owns the bus, and no matter what came out of her mouth after that, niggas was gonna be like, yeah, nah. Like no matter what,
100% right.
And it's just like, yo. So why are we all mad about? Yeah, all right.
You have to ask women the same exact question about Kevin Samuels.
Would you date a woman that weighs 80 pounds?
Why not?
Yeah. If I like her.
Okay.
I mean, it wouldn't be my preference though.
But yeah.
But if you said no, I wouldn't be like all of a sudden rail against everybody that fucking
I know
weighs
you
80
wouldn't.
pounds.
I know you wouldn't. But it's a whole world of motherfuckers who would.
Which is great. That means she closed herself off to a gang of probably a bunch of great guys.
Yeah.
Real
quick, can
I feel like what conflated the issue a lot too, especially in the initial part of it too, was when Iyanla, I got it right, when she named all these qualities of a good man, and a good man is this, he's gonna love you, this and that, whatever. And a lot of niggas were sitting like, yeah, I'm a good ass dude or whatever. It's like nobody's attacking you. We not saying that y'all not good dudes. No, so nobody ever said that. I'm gonna tell you what and I felt like a lot of me. I'm just saying me. I felt like a lot of people felt like it was like a personal attack against them. Like nobody's attacking your goodness of a person, anything like that. For me, that's how I took it. I felt like when she first said, I'm not dating the person unless they own the bus, that niggas just tuned out right then and there. People tuned out, I should say, not just dudes. People tuned out.
Right. I'm going to say this, because mine's going to be real quick, Dev. Basically, you just asked me a question, right? You just said, would you date somebody that weigh 80 pounds?
Or put any adjective in there, any adjective of a person.
Okay, so you say, Playboy, would you date somebody that's 80 pounds? And I just say, well, that's not my preference. But if I say that's not my preference and then go say, well, somebody that's 80 pounds ain't this and ain't that.
Crackhead ass girl right there.
That's when the issue comes.
That's when the issue comes.
That's when the issue comes for me. That's my opinion. It ain't fact. It's just my opinion. You can say your preference, but when you get to downing everybody that ain't your preference, that's an issue for me.
And okay, this is the kicker. This is why you make the Kevin Samuels relation. It's when people who have some sort of a voice, or they'll see themselves reflected in that person. There are certain people, there are certain questions, there are certain moments, and we got to be honest about it, that where people, this answer speaks for a group. and it represents the group. And we got to be honest about. So you ask the water boy what they think about Amari Cooper, and you're like, oh, okay, I knew the water boy. He said he kind of cool. When the general manager after the draft comes sit down and they ask him a question, hey, what do you think about Amari Cooper and Deshaun Watson's relationship? Everybody in the room be like, all right, let me get, because this opinion is not an opinion. And I'm not saying she can hire and fire people, but the same way professional single men related to the words and concepts of Kevin Samuels, it gave his words more power than just a nigga talking. And when you have a successful, beautiful woman who is having relationship conversations with the black folks leader in life coaching, having a conversation about relationships and what is the standards, that might as well be Andrew Berry talking about the state of the Browns. So that answer carries. The reason why this shit skyrocketed is because Ebony K. Williams ain't the only Ebony K. Williams. There are probably millions of Ebony K. Williams who could potentially, I'm off the market. I don't give a fuck. This ain't even about me. Mm-hmm. That are potentially having this outlook on the market of males available. The same way this nigga Kev had an influence on the males who were choosing the women in the marketplace. And when them niggas said, oh, you a 5, you average. Oh, it was curtains. But now don't nobody got a problem with the word average or mediocre.
I get what you're saying.
But when the nigga called Lizzo mediocre, the world went crazy. Is everybody a 10? So you know what? All you niggas is a 10. Everybody a 10. I don't give a fuck if you bag my groceries at Dollar General or you Tristan Thompson coming off the bench for the Lakers. You a 10 in my eyes because we had to endure this shit for 3 years. Niggas couldn't have no preference. Niggas can't have no preference. But it's both irrational. Both are irrational. Yeah. But the reasoning behind why it became a thing is because she doesn't just speak for Ebony K. Williams the same way Kev and who the new nigga who got arrested. He living like over in Bosnia. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate. They don't just speak for themselves. They are speaking for a group. And they have the ability to cause groupthink. Okay, the Fresh and Fit podcast. These niggas can sway.
You're 100% right. You are 100% right. I'm not going to argue that point at all. Mm-hmm. But where was this when Kev did say the off the wall shit? Mm-hmm. Why wasn't niggas out there saying, like, yeah, this nigga is wilding?
No, we joked about that shit all the time. But he had
niggas ain't never had the same heat.
But he had
this is
because
one of my
it wasn't
things.
about us. The women did though. That's what I'm saying. That's the whole. This is the flip.
But wrong is wrong at any point.
It's not though. It's not.
If we're gonna say he was doing this and he was wilding when he said this,
if you said fuck my mama, if somebody said fuck my mama, it's not gonna affect you the way it's gonna affect me. It just doesn't. It's not possible for it to affect us the same way. I'm not a woman.
So you're saying because
he was talking about women, so women went crazy.
Okay,
she's talking about the male.
So you're saying because we're men, we can relate to a little bit more. So we're not gonna the same. So you're being honest about it then.
Yeah.
At least okay, all right. So then cool. At least you're being honest with the answer.
I know
Kev
was wild.
At least you give me that for being honest.
I know Kev was being wild
because niggas ain't had no energy for he wild when he was saying something crazy.
No,
the only time we've yelled at each other on this podcast was on the Kevin Samuels topic.
Because but
literally.
But the same way does she have good? Do we want black people to strive for better? Of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I say that on this point too?
But
on this point too, that's probably what got under my skin the most with that because not only other than the fact that people couldn't get past the first part, it's like it's her fucking choice, but it's like how dare somebody say, hey, you could be better? Like how I'm only gonna say this as an example. How can I not look at Playboy and be like, hey, bro, bro, I see this potential in you, this and that, or whatever, and you can be doing this, you can be doing that.
Yeah.
Like, who am I as a nigga if I'm looking at you and I see you got untapped potential and you could be doing so much more. You could be, and I don't sit there and be like, hey, bro, man, you know you could be doing this. You got the vision. You are great at this, or whatever. The whole season, these things, or whatever. Why are we mad at average?
Because
when a nigga can do more, like that actually got under my skin more than every other part of the whole thing. Why are we mad at average? Now, why is average a bad fucking
You gotta
thing now?
ask. I'm not being funny, and I'm not trying to play the.
I'm not even saying that you.
And I'm trying to play the woman side of it, but like you gotta ask women why calling them average for 3 years with Kev was an issue. Because it's an issue. Because being average does not just mean average. It means it means run of the mill. You gotta go back to the sources, one, and ask them that. Number two, the problem I have with that statement on the complete other side is I don't know what this is gonna be controversial than a motherfucker. Again, the views expressed. I don't know why we think every one of us gotta be kings.
I get what you're saying.
There are Latinos who pump gas, white people who pump gas, black people who pump gas. We have to work on being good people, good fathers, good husbands, and good wives. This is where we conflate shit. My father, I hate when people do this, but I'm about to do it, so I guess I hate me too. My father didn't graduate from college. He got discharged from the Army, and I wouldn't trade him for nobody.
Right.
I don't understand. The best job he ever had was a manager of Hollywood Video. I don't understand it. It does not register to me why expecting greatness means job. Nobody can tell me, real quick, nobody can explain to me. I haven't seen it online. I haven't had it in conversation. How does a job equate above average? Because he was an exceptional motherfucker, and he was an average ass worker, I guess. I don't give a fuck what you do for work.
Go ahead.
You know why? Because people don't. In my opinion, the people's mentality nowadays is everything is based off monetary.
It's crazy.
It's based off of career. It's based off of status. They don't look into see, and this is. I'm glad we're having this conversation.
Because if you got your master, we should expect more from you. Y'all should expect more from me.
I would hope you
This is
would,
crazy.
but you don't have to. But I would hope you would.
But the reality is, at the end of the day, guess what? Now I ain't gonna say it like that. Okay, put it like this. And this ain't me being funny or nothing, so don't take it in the way of what I'm about to say.
We beyond that.
You got a degree. You got a degree. I ain't got a degree, but I'm about to be making 6 figures.
Bet. Facts.
Enough said.
Facts.
That's it. So at the end of the day, the reality is, it don't matter. What I do define me as a human being, and what's inside, my opinion, is what defines you as being a king.
Facts.
It ain't about, my daddy didn't work since I was fucking 6 years old, didn't work one fucking job. But you know what? That nigga taught me life lessons. He's helped me along the way, even with him not being here about different shit. He talked, but some people.
I've gave props to you, both of y'all isms and stuff like that. All the time, I've always gave props to that because I feel like that's been great. But I agree with you too. But my neither one of my parents got degrees or nothing like that. With our home, always said we had everything we needed. They took care of us They put us in the best position we ever had to we could have been in to succeed and things like that. But I feel like we're hearing it differently because I'm not shitting on them. I felt like real quick. Just real quick. I don't feel like she's personally. I didn't feel like she was shitting on him. It's like when she was on the Breakfast Club and Envy was talking about his parents and his dad and everything he did or whatever, and her response was, "Do you think I'm going to argue on you on that?" Like, yes,
because it don't make sense. Because it kills the argument.
He did everything, like you said. He did everything he needed. He did everything he needed to do, or whatever. Everything. That's a man's fucking job.
Exactly.
Nobody's arguing
So
that.
what are we talking about then?
So what
are we expecting more of?
So my question is still, if I do look at you as a person, if I look at you as a person, I'm like, yo, yeah, boy, you killing it. You are killing it right now.
Right.
Man, but you could actually do this or something like that or whatever. It's just like I'm not saying I'm right or wrong, but what I'm saying is like why am I now the devil? Because I'm like, yo, but you could be doing this.
I don't think you're the devil.
Because I see the fucking greatness in you. Because I see it in you.
This is not the thing.
I get what you're saying.
This is why I vehemently, we just talked about this before the pod, and I obviously we just talked, but I vehemently disagree with that. You just said it before the pod. There are points and times, and for the majority of your adult life, I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say about nothing. Mm-hmm. I got tunnel vision.
Yeah, tunnel vision. So I definitely said that. Yeah.
So I don't. We're really having a conversation about nothing. It just sparked some shit because when you hear something so egregious, it touches the fire in the belly of people. It just had, in my opinion, it has so little honest effect on. It's just so far off base. Because in essence, outside of right now, Alyssa, Mackenzie, Leah, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
What? So, I don't care what people think of what I should be doing differently or better or more, or I don't know how being a good person, father, professional, what more do you want from me? I don't know what else you can add. What I'm trying to figure out is what is this better?
I get what you're saying.
What is the better? What is the better that she wants from someone? If you're saying this is my thing, and people didn't give Kev any rope, so I'm not giving her none. I swear to God, I'm not gonna give her none because the only correlation I can find. Somebody got to give me some correlation. The only correlation. The only correlation I can find between driving the bus or owning it is monetary. Somebody else tell me different. Somebody else tell me something different.
And it probably is that for her. At the end of the day, it probably is that for her. But it's going to lead. It's going to lead her. It's going to lead her, my daughters, anybody else I care about. The reason why people are so vehemently whatever, if my daughters have that outlook on life, it is going to be so difficult to find somebody who genuinely, honestly cares about them.
Right.
It's going to be difficult. Right. Hopefully she can get both. But you need to first figure out whether or not that woman or man loves you and cares about you and will do anything for you. After that, hopefully monetarily everything is where you need it to be. And hopefully y'all have enough love where y'all can make sure y'all can take care of each other. And you need to have that as a vision. But the fact of whether or not he owns the bus or drives the bus should not be your deciding factor. No, I'm not going to instill that in my kids. Now, would we prefer her to be with somebody who owns buses and shit? Of course, man. Of course. But it's not going to be like, hey, that nigga don't own, if they don't own the bus, don't bring that nigga to Thanksgiving. That's wild. I get it. Come on, that's clinically insane. Right. Is that not clinically insane?
I have not debated that point.
So all what are we even debating
is the fact that I feel like people got caught up on that one part, and that's
because that's the crazy part.
Because y'all wanted to hear that shit that way, and I didn't hear it the same way.
Okay,
I don't know how else to hear it.
I didn't hear it the same way.
Okay,
sorry, go ahead.
So I'll say this. I know exactly what you're saying, and I know what you're saying.
You don't know what I'm saying.
No.
Nigga, you don't
You
get
know
me.
what I'm saying.
In fact, you out the way. You too.
Both of you broke niggas. Give me a nigga that owns the school.
Give me the nigga that copyrighted the word wedding. You know what I'm saying?
You ever been to Sunoco, nigga? Do you own it?
No, go ahead.
No.
Oh,
look, I get. Look, this is my. I ain't said this in a minute. Mm-hmm. Black and white, no shades of gray. Mm-hmm. The issue for me is simply this. There is absolutely nothing wrong with caring about someone and wanting them to achieve certain things. Nothing wrong with it. You absolutely 100% right as well. For me, where the issue is, you being my nigga and saying, man, Jay, you playboy, you capable of this and that. But you know what? If you're not that nigga, then you really ain't. You just a mediocre nigga.
That's wild.
That's my issue.
That's wild.
And that's what she said.
Because hold on, because the key is if he never does it. If he never does it.
You know what you would probably cut me out your life. And you would keep going and be like, all right, that's cool. So why is we all up in arms? And two things, but one, why is we all up in arms because she did that? It's like God forbid. And I love you for this, Dev, for saying this because you said people didn't want to give Kev that rope or whatever. But again, I'm going back to this, and we'll just have to agree to disagree on this one. I'm gonna stand 10 toes down on this one. People didn't have that same heart.
You the red pill women that was online caping for
look,
Kev.
I'm used to it. We've been on this pod for 8 years.
No, I'm talking about the women used to cape for Kev. They used to call them red pills. So you the male caping for Kev.
It is what it is. It's like heaven forbid for once a woman say something that Kev said. Like, yo, if we can't be mad at Kev, then we can't be mad at her. Like, you mad because they didn't give the same smoke to her.
I'm mad for I'm mad for different things, but they are like backing. So I said, whoa.
I respect that. But
aside from the message, which is terrible.
But my thing is like, yo, like niggas wasn't coming on no platform. Like, this nigga Kev is wild. Like we was jokes. We was jokes. Oh, this is crazy. Whatever. Like, again, the one time we've ever yelled at each other on this pod was about the Kevin Samuels thing or whatever. It's just like, I just feel like it's just. Have that same energy with everything. Let a woman speak her fucking mind at some point and say, I don't want this. And let her have that. And if she winds up being 60 with 80 cats because she ain't find nobody, then fuck it. It's her fucking choice. But she got the right to have her goddamn opinion about what she wants to. I feel like...
Okay, so where do opinions stop? Where do opinions stop then?
If it stops at your own personal opinion.
Okay, so I can have my opinion. So we all just going to keep having opinions.
Right. But what
I didn't say she can't have an opinion. I can say it's terrible.
All I'm saying is so.
I can say her opinion is horrendous.
But you're fine for that. But have that same energy. Nobody was that mad at Kev when he said something crazy.
Man, are you crazy? Man, you're not being funny.
Men.
Oh, I'm about to.
Men.
Okay, of course, this is the.
Men. But goes back to your point of one.
This is the flip.
I'm not arguing. See, this is my thing. No. I'm not arguing a lot of the points you make.
No, brainstorm. But hold on, you keep talking about this is the flip. This is the flip. Women would sit around on pods forever talking about Kev. This is the flip. This is a woman saying something, so you see a lot of men talking about it. So you're saying this is exactly what I'm saying. There were not groups of men sitting around the same way there's not a lot of groups of women sitting around talking about Ebony K. Williams.
All I'm saying is we all should have that same energy.
That's what I'm saying.
That's all I'm saying is we should have the same energy.
What do you mean? We can't. Hold on. What do you mean by the same energy, though?
That's what I just said. Because of the fact that when Kev said stuff, hold
on. We're guys in it. He's talking about women, so we're not gonna feel the same vitriol they felt. So in flip,
oh no, you're right.
It's a woman talking about men,
but we can't call out bullshit when it's bullshit, though.
Of course we.
That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is that if he said something that was out of pocket, we could have sat there and said, "All right, Kev was tripping."
You mean to tell me Kev didn't get called out all the time? What are we talking about?
I'm saying a lot of men didn't have that same fucking energy, and you're saying because it's the vitriol, which I get. I'm not arguing.
Because
I'm not saying you're wrong, but it's the vitriol because they were attacking us. I'm saying that, but I'm saying that as a point we can.
But it's impossible.
If we sit here on the microphone and we got it in front of us and say, all right, y'all, then all right, yeah, he was wilding when he said that. If we can actually admit that, that's all I'm saying.
But I don't understand why it goes back to the same point of if you said fuck my mother, obviously I would feel different. He wouldn't feel the same. Mm-hmm. So we can't keep the energy in that sense is not going to be the same because he doesn't feel the same way about my mom that I feel about my mom. So if Kevin is talking about women, obviously women's anger level is going to be higher than ours. And then if Ebony Williams talking about men, our level is going to be higher than women. So we can't keep the same energy because the people aren't talking about the same group.
Okay, I give you
But the moment he said anything crazy, the whole Lizzo is a 10 and all these people movement came from anti-Kev. He started it. But don't let niggas, again, I want to get into it heavy, don't let niggas stand up for themselves. Now it's a problem. Because men, it's the same shit, men for their whole life. Somebody say something to you, nigga swallow it, nigga don't cry, don't say nothing, be a man. No, nigga, I'm going to stand up for niggas too. Man.
I get it.
Women can stand up for themselves, I can stand up for niggas.
So that leads me to my next question that I had with that when I was...
You ain't got to hold that shit in, you kings. Let that shit out.
So that leads me to my next question that I had when going through this whole thing this week of... it's honestly already it's we know the answer to it. It's our communication issues that we have between. I don't even want to talk about in our community, our black community, between men and women. what's the basis of our communication issues? We talk about the black home being fucked up and this and that, and it was welfare and it was this, and they had to get the black man out and all that stuff or whatever. What's the basis of our communication issues then? Because if a Kevin Samuels could be who he is, to have a platform and do that and do what he did, and if she can make a comment on her platform and it gets people riled up and people talking about it for a week, what's the basis of our communication issues then between us as black men and black women then? I mean, like a legit answer from y'all. What do y'all think it is then?
I mean, it goes back to that. It goes, the stuff you said. I mean, we gloss over it now. I don't know why we do, but there were a lot of people. I was just talking about it today. Good shout out to my homie Moni. His dad works at another campus.
Shout out to Moni. I ain't seen him.
But I didn't know. I was the only dude on the street with a father. This was not 50 years ago. This was 25 years ago. I was the only dude on my street with a father, the only one who had a father in the house. Mm-hmm. I didn't know dads was still involved in their kids' life. They just lived in another house until I met Mr. Allison when he used to be coming working in Shaw. And then we would go over Moni's daddy house. I'm like, oh, there are dads that that's where Moni be going on the weekends. I didn't know that you could have people. But anyway, so what I'm saying is
that Christopher you're talking about?
Mm-mm. What?
Moni?
No, Ramon.
Mm-mm. No. Okay.
But
I know who you're talking about, but no.
Yeah. But so we are we are those kids who now have kids. So there are a gang of people who grew up without male figures. We're going to have to bite the bullet for generations that we're not going to see reap the benefits. I mean, it's really just, we have a lot of people who grew up in that mindset, and we still have a lot of males and women who on that, I don't need a woman, I don't need a man, or if you're a man and you whatever, I don't need a man, or you're a woman, I don't need a woman. We are still smack dab in the middle of that mindset, and there are still mamas who cook Thanksgiving dinner for their family, and the daughter now bring their grandkids over to the same house they grew up in. There's no dude in the house. Wasn't never no dude in the house. So I mean, I just think we just still smack dab in it. I mean, that's really it.
So it goes back to what you think, Playboy. What's the source of our communication issues? Because we damn sure got them.
I don't know, man. I think I've always said this when it comes to relationships and different stuff, that we don't necessarily listen to hear what the person got to say. It's more so versus trying to respond versus listening. I think that's the biggest thing when it comes to communication. Because sometimes I've even myself with different situations that I've had going on, when I actually just said to myself, before I even get into the situation as far as conversation, let me sit back and just listen to what they really got to say. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Let me see their perspective of what they got to say. So I think that's probably the main issue, is just listening, period, when it comes to communication. Just listening, and then be like, okay, let me see where this person coming from. Okay, bet. You know what I mean?
So you think Ebony K. Williams' mindset is a communication issue? I just think she a lost woman.
No. Can
she's a lost soul.
Can we said on the show before that two things can be true. Mm-hmm. I think what she said, the initial point of her thing was wild, because it's like she's probably Xing out a good amount of men or whatever in her life that could be whatever.
Ain't no problem.
But I also feel like she had nuggets in the other argument she made. I do think two things can be true. For me, I just feel like once the first point got made, niggas didn't give a shit about what was going to be said after that, no matter what. And I actually sat there and listened to, I'm not saying nobody didn't. I'm not saying that. No, I actually sat there and was like, all right, let me watch this. Let me watch this 40-minute Breakfast Club interview and shit like that or whatever, which I didn't want to watch. But I just feel like shit got lost in translation at some point, because I'm sorry, but I didn't take no offense to nothing she said.
But I don't take offense
personally.
But I think the communication issues does lie in what people experience. And you're right. People internalize things differently, because I understand your point of view. The only thing I push back on is I wasn't confused about the rest of it. I didn't agree with the other part either. That people
you got
tend
that
to find nuggets. Like
right.
I don't agree that somebody's financial status has anything to do with them being average or mediocre. I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
So it's not like I don't understand what she's saying.
What's crazy?
I don't agree.
I don't
at
disagree
all.
with you on that. My point was the part I agree with her most on is that I personally feel like there are people that can be doing so many good.
But she's only talking about monetary, man.
Choice, though. I didn't take it that way. That's
so
what
are you saying they could be doing more of?
Again the same thing of just you. Hey, bro, you. Let's just make an example. I guess I pulled.
You know what? Let's use me DJing. Use me DJing.
Oh, nigga, you could be a co-DJ.
But whether you DJ or not does not make you a mediocre person.
I wouldn't.
If y'all stop DJing today, you niggas would not become mediocre. That's what I understand fully. I just don't agree literally. If y'all stop DJing, if we stop doing this podcast,
right
now, if you stop taking care of your kids, you become a fuck nigga.
Oh, yeah,
if you abandon the court, at that point, it's different. Mm-hmm. But if you just stop doing some shit,
right?
You stop doing some shit.
But that makes you accepting of being mediocre.
I don't think that makes you be me. But for what?
The problem is
I don't agree with that.
But the difference is
I don't agree with that.
The difference is just using this example. If he's good with that, the difference is who are we technically to tell him that? That doesn't mean that he's not accepting of it. But who are we to tell him that? So we're both still right. That doesn't, yeah. So no, we're wrong for telling him that.
I feel you. I just literally don't agree that has anything to do with defining somebody. I really don't, man. Like my wife, I love her to death. She doesn't really have like hobbies outside.
By the way,
you know what I'm saying?
You can come to the wedding, Leah.
I don't know.
About a pre-show.
Brainstorm said he might one per person, one at a time. So I go
Don't
live.
listen to nothing that Dan said when he
That's the way.
Dan gonna be like walking down the aisle like walking down the motherfucking aisle.
Two-step like this. But no, I'm not. I'm not saying it's like she has a lot of stuff that she enjoys, but it's not like she can play the piano or some shit. I don't think that has anything. This. I think we have such a lack. Part of the lack of communication. I think we have such a lack in our community. We just fish for anything to define our greatness. I don't think you have to have multiple skill sets. You know what her skill set is? She's extremely good at the things she does.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But it's one thing. I don't think you got it. I feel like this is the flip argument. Niggas don't got to sing, dance, and two-step and make you laugh in order to be great, my nigga.
Right.
I can get up, go to work, take care of my kids, and cook a dope-ass dinner at the crib and be that nigga in my house. And I ain't got to do nothing else.
I agree with that.
Niggas somehow got to do cartwheels like Chris Brown, then do a split and like James Brown just to be a good man. Fuck y'all. I don't got to do nothing other than what I feel like doing every single day.
Right.
And I'm not no less of a man than anybody else. It's not. We don't got to do that just because we black.
I agree with that.
Asian people don't got to do that. How many Asian niggas is DJs in the city? What are we talking about?
DJ Wonton.
DJ Long Dong. You know
One time,
oh, this is fucked up. We apologize. We are not.
We're not racist.
We're
not going to be Lloyd anymore because we was just talking. Yeah, okay. All right.
They're not going to put us.
DJ yo.
You'll dishonor my family.
That's my favorite Lloyd song.
DJ Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Cinco de Listen, you know how sometimes you put LOL or the laughing emojis and you don't be laughing? Nigga, I meant them laughing emojis from the bottom of my heart. Out of nowhere.
Fuck you, Playboy.
Out of nowhere on Friday, Playboy go text. Now brainstorm. Today is Cinco de Mayo.
Just to be clear.
I almost put that clip out.
I laughed out loud. I laughed verbally, like out loud.
I almost put that clip out. But fuck you,
that's
Playboy.
funny as hell, man.
Yeah,
but we're going to go round and round about this. I really don't think it's going nowhere. She going to spawn a whole offspring of people the same way Kev did. It's going to be a female Andrew Tate, female Fresh and Fit podcast.
I don't even think she wants to.
I put it like this. Like I agree with both of you on certain perspectives. I absolutely do. Like, I get it. There's nothing wrong with seeing something in my brother and being like, man, I really wish he could. Mm-hmm. But I'm not gonna think less of him.
That's the part.
If he don't want to pursue that, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he don't want to be the bus owner, I'm cool with my nigga driving the bus. But guess what? He taking care of his family. He taking care of his responsibility. Bills is paid. A lot of his wants, all of his needs. I'm good with that. Like, let's just say you didn't want to go be a certain way. Now I can see in you, like, I can see brainstorming at Coachella. Nigga, you need to do this and do that. But if you decide not to go do that, I'm not gonna look at you as mediocre. I'm not.
Like I'm a dean of culture. I could probably be dean of culture till I retire. I don't know if I want the task of running a school. I don't know if I want those. I could level myself up to make kind of close to Playboy money. You know what I'm saying? I ain't balling like that.
Yeah,
but, I can get close to it. But I could probably get over that if I was a principal. But do I want, like, the impact I have on kids is felt more here. Like, this is where I can have maximum impact. Mm-hmm. I'm still in the authority role, but I'm not the end-all, be-all. So it gives me some wiggle room to, like, work with them and work with families.
But you see the fruits of your labor because you get to see what the imprint that you have on them and stuff like that.
And if it needs to get too crazy, you got to talk to the principal. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's always good. You don't ever want to be the last of the late because at that point you got to make the crazy decisions. And there's other stuff that goes into running the school that I just don't. Right. So I mean, I don't know. I guess when people tied up on my end, I guess when people heard it and was hearing that, it depends on the industry you're in and what you do, and if you are extremely passionate about it. And it probably triggered people. Because I know in the industry of education, if I didn't have a school full of education warriors teaching these kids, then we would have issues. And I don't need anybody making anybody feel like they're any less of a person, male, woman, whatever, because they've dedicated their lives to teaching our children. I just I would never at any point in time be like, man, you should do better for yourself. Because what you get out of that, you don't know what people, I mean, the feeling you get out of like seeing somebody go from, we've been talking about it all year. We only have 14 days left. You start reminiscing on the kid that was crazy earlier in the year, and then they turn it around, and the one who's had 4 Fs and a D, and now they got 3 Cs and a D. You don't be like, hey, for him, that's
a win.
A win. And you see that, and it's like, I ain't gonna never down that as like that's being, I don't know. None of them people are mediocre because the average person couldn't do it. Average person couldn't teach these kids in 2023.
Right.
I bet you a mediocre person, above average, Ebony K. Williams walking in one of these classrooms off Huff, and let's see your above average ass teach a little man in them. Let's see how long you last with a little nook man in third period. They had your ass on TikTok,
right?
Getting jumped over a cell phone. You fucking. That's my only thing.
Out.
Right. No.
Ebony K. was with her ass out. Call a teacher.
That's what she said.
I get what you're saying, though.
She was saying.
Well, that's all I'm saying.
No, I get. Like I said, I agree with both of you. I understand.
I don't agree with them, don't you? I agree with them.
If you see something,
you don't have to.
If you see something,
let me call my next nigga that's 6'4", because we already set the line up. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get it, man. I mean, you see something in somebody you love, you care about, and you see them go to another level. I get encouraging them to do that. There's nothing wrong with that. I 100% agree, and I understand what you're saying too. It's just perspective, like I said, from my opinion, this is my last thing saying on it. It's just that when it comes to, a lot of people forget that when it comes to relationships, it ain't just about business and love. I mean, and monetary. It's about love as well. So at the end of the day, if you don't want to strive for that, I'm not going to say, oh, I look at you as a C average, D average nigga because you don't want to pursue that. You still a king in my eyes. That's all I'm saying. Because you take, like you said, and you made a great point. You made great points too. And this is a great conversation, by the way.
Fuck you, Playboy.
I know it was gonna be. Look,
you gotta choose a side.
Look, I know Brainstorm.
I know me or Dev.
I know Brainstorm. If you want to say it, I know
the wedding is on the line.
I know during the week sometimes Brainstorm be like, I don't want to talk about this, but I'm telling you, the moment I saw the first clip in the first 5 minutes of the Breakfast Club interview. I paused it. And I said, nigga, we don't need any other topic for Sunday. Right. There was 17 topics they talked about.
Oh, I took notes.
From black,
I took notes. Cornisha was laughing at it. I said, I'm taking notes.
On these niggas.
I'm taking notes.
I'm getting my point home on these.
Because, David used to sometimes have his whole laptop on. He's like, you know what? He's like, you know what? I got some notes this week.
In the 27th minute.
And you know it's serious. And you know it's serious when I actually take notes, nigga. I was sitting that motherfucker like,
Yeah. I guess to wrap it up for me, it's just the fact that, again, I'm not pushing back on the points that y'all have made, because I'm not sitting there even disputing what y'all said, because it's y'all are absolutely right. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh, this is not my dude because he don't want to. If you're happy, you're happy. I feel like people miss when she actually sat there and said like, yo, you're happy. Like Iyanla. I struggle with that LA.
I do too. I don't even say her name.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but she. You know, like I said, she said, you know, if this man is happy, or something like that, like if y'all happy, y'all got to go home. Who the fuck am I to talk about y'all and y'all good home and everything like that? I'm just saying in general, though, it's not a crime to sit there and say, you know what, we can want more. Like we can push some people to want more. Even as an educator, I'm pretty sure you push people to want more because you see more in them. Not saying that you're gonna be like, all right, cool, you came home with this. Not saying the guy that had F's or whatever that you improved them over the course of a year.
Be a better teacher or a better student. I ain't trying to be like, you know, you should be an astronaut.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, but if you see more in the kids, you pour into them goddamn kids because it's like, yo, I see you. I see that you can do this and you can be better and you can do this and
I'm
you
gonna
want
get a
to be
t-shirt.
more.
Pour into them goddamn kids. That's what the teacher gonna say. It's gonna be a drink. Pour into them goddamn kids. That's what he's gonna say.
No, I'm just saying that it's not the worst thing in the world for somebody ever to sit there and say, hey, you know what? If we got it in us and we can do better, go.
No,
do
I get
better.
it. I get
That's
that.
not the worst goddamn thing.
But
in the world.
I think we all end up being on the same boat until she says, if you're incapable of doing it, now you mediocre.
Yeah.
Nah, man, I just don't want to do it.
All right.
And I just don't feel like doing this shit, man. I'm okay. Some people don't go to college. It's okay.
College ain't for everybody.
Don't make them mediocre.
Show ain't.
Just make them non-college students.
We went to a high school that focused more on trades than it did on
and
college.
That's what I did at Shaw, was vocational.
I did a vocational at Shaw.
And you know what?
And we all.
You know what's crazy? You about to do it now?
Yeah.
My nigga, one of my best friends. I was a sophomore in college. You know what the fuck he was doing?
Yeah.
Making $85,000 a year and getting $22,000 Christmas bonuses at Lincoln Electric.
I remember that shit.
And my dumb ass,
I remember.
It been like, the annotated paragraph said.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So who made the better decision?
I remember. I remember.
So my nigga went from that to cutting hair and maintaining pretty much the same salary.
Yeah.
So who made the best life decision?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because I'm sniffing at what he was making at 22, and I'm 41. Mm-hmm. So who? It's like this concept of like universal. I don't know. Mediocre is just. I don't know. It's just wild.
I just think it's an. How can I say this? I just feel like you pushing your narrative on someone, and because the narrative that you pushing does not align with that individual, does not give you the right to deem them mediocre. Yeah. I don't like that. Like if you want to be something, if you don't want to be something, but you still maintaining, there's nothing wrong. That don't make you mediocre.
Ooh, let me say this real quick. Ooh. And you're right. You don't. I get what Brainstorm is saying with this 100%. I guess Brainstorm is nigga give you a compliment but try to change you at the same time.
Hold on. Before you say this, can I say something real quick? Brainstorm kind of looking at us a little funny, man. I think he gonna shake us after the damn show, man.
But you know, Brainstorm he don't be showing emotion. So this is what Brainstorm is kind of like. Why you niggas care? Punk ass. That's kind of his mindset. That's what he's really saying. It's like, why you niggas give a fuck? But this will be the thing. I think this is the concept of it. This is in a nutshell. It'll be like if my girl, I mean she ain't, but if my girl was like 350 and I like BBW, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, if your girl ain't no BBW, you a dumb nigga. Like that. If you like him, but don't start disrespecting me in my relationship now.
Exactly.
Because then I'm gonna start defending my wife. Now we got a whole nother set of issues. Right. And I think that's what people are doing. you can declare whatever the fuck you want.
Right.
You can even say you like a BBW. But don't then say if you don't have one, I'm a dumb nigga, or your girl, or so, you know, insinuate. Well, how you say it? Insinuate. I feel like you insinuate.
Yeah.
So don't start insinuating that I ain't shit or my girl ain't shit because she ain't 425 pounds. Now I'm about to have to defend my wife. I can't logically tell you why.
Right.
She not here. You're not even hurting her feelings. She don't even know about this conversation. But instinctually, I'm gonna start defending my wife.
Yeah.
It's human. I think people respond to this because it's human nature. I don't give a fuck who you like, but don't then start acting like the people who ain't like who you like is somehow not worthy of being liked. And they got to get their game up. Just go fuck with the bus owners. And then live your life. I don't give a fuck who you fucking Ebony K.
Right.
I think that's but don't then start throwing them little pot shots because niggas in general, niggas can't. Come on, bro. You know why niggas feel some kind of way. I don't even like the Cavs now because niggas in the them niggas soft. Hey, that don't mean Cleveland soft, nigga. I don't know Evan Mobley, nigga. That's why we mad right now. Because niggas trying to say we soft.
Hey, real talk. I saw somebody that I was looking on Instagram and you know how you can do locations. I was looking at the Cosmopolitan. There's somebody in the cast with a Knicks jersey on talking shit like, nigga, Knicks in 5. I'm like, fuck you, nigga. I ain't about this nigga. Damn, fuck you, nigga. I don't give a fuck about no Nick. I don't give a fuck about no Nick in no furniture, a Nick in my hair, nigga nothing, a Nick nothing. Fuck
Nick
you, nigga.
Nolte, nigga. Nick Young. I don't give a fuck about none of the Knicks. Nick Van Exel. Fuck all the Knicks.
Snickers.
A nickel bag of Reggie. I don't give a fuck about none of the Knicks. Oh shit! It's just our human nature, man.
That's funny.
Niggas hate a little pot shot of who they are. Nigga.
Right.
What you say? Basically, all the niggas in the room was like, "Hey, what the fuck you say, nigga?" That's what all the niggas said. Oh, that's funny as fuck,
said,
man.
Fuck you, nigga.
Fuck you, nigga. Man, I felt a personal attack when they was dogging the Cavs.
Oh man.
And they wouldn't use the Cavs. Like all of a sudden, for the next 3 days, we ain't the Cavs. Right. Cleveland soft. Cleveland, nigga, ain't nobody in Cleveland soft, nigga. Yeah. I was ready to fight everybody at ESPN, nigga. Don't disrespect us.
Oh, that's funny, man.
Oh shit, Perk, square up, Perk. Ain't nobody I know soft.
Right. Swiss cheese, you nigga. Oh shit, man. Oh man, that's funny, man.
We got some funny ones. Let's get some funny ones before we get up out of here, man. Brainstorm brought this up, man. This is a good. I was just talking about this the other day. I know one. Brainstorm, you brought it up. So what you got? What you got? It says for the people
who
actually
saw it in the feed, I mean, like in comments, but I thought about it. I was like, yeah.
Let me set it up. It says a movie we love that this generation probably never heard of.
Yeah. Especially for our listeners. So I'm gonna say too. The first one I saw on the feed and the comments on it said People Under the Stairs. And I actually do really like that movie. I ain't seen it in a while, and that's a good one that I know this generation hasn't heard of. And then the other one to me was like The Mighty Ducks and The Sandlot.
The Sandlot.
That was my movie.
Both of those, like the first Mighty Ducks, and then actually the first two, but then The Sandlot.
The Sandlot was the first video I rented from the Caledonia Library. It was right on the corner of Caledonia. I don't even know what that side street is. It was the Caledonia branch.
Oh yeah, right on Caledonia.
Yeah, I rented a movie from there. I was like, we can rent
movies.
Matter of
fact, it was on the corner of Dresden and Caledonia.
Dresden and Caledonia. That's where it's at. Yep. Yeah, yes, Dresden. But mine is. I was just talking about this shit, but 2 days ago. No, on Friday. Yeah, 2 days ago. The Truman Show.
That was my movie.
Man, you ever seen? Man, I love that show, man. I mean, that movie. And because I was talking to a couple of my coworkers way younger than me, and they had never heard of it. And I'm like, y'all ain't never heard of the Truman Show?
Amazing, because that movie's not that.
It's 90. I'm looking at it's 98. So if they was born in 95, 90, they don't know no better.
Shit, you got me thinking. I'm gonna go
98, dog. I know that threw me off.
I thought that was like early 2000s.
Me too.
I'm gonna go deeper.
Okay.
I don't think I absolutely know for. Well, I can't say that. Wizard of Oz.
Okay.
I don't think that generation probably know about Wizard of Oz.
Well, our generation know about it because it was on TV a lot when we were growing up. Yeah. Okay. I got another one. Back to the Future.
The Back to the Future trilogy is the
favorite trilogy of all time. Back to the Future.
Yeah, I feel like there's going to come a time. I feel like my 16-year-old is there. I need her, like Mackenzie got to do it. I got to sit them down when they get old enough, probably 17-year-old summer, going into senior year. Mm-hmm. I need them to go through a run through. They're going to be old enough, okay? Right. We're going to do Back to the Future. I need you to go on the Minister Society Boys in the Hood Friday run. I need to get you right. I need to get your knowledge base of what's going on out here and what's good and what's not before you get grown, okay?
Right. Yeah, I agree.
I need you to watch these movies, all right, and get ready for it, because Back to the Future is so masterfully done, man.
Mm-hmm. The whole trilogy.
Yeah, man.
And the way they did it.
It's good stuff, man.
I mean, like, the third one ties all the way back to the first one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Literally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they did it master. In the feed, James said Cooley High.
Cooley High.
Oh, yeah, Cooley High.
Cold Cheese.
Yeah.
Preach.
Yeah.
I was just talking about that movie 2 days ago, literally.
Yeah,
and one of my homies that had never seen Cooley High.
Cooley High.
You'd be surprised at the amount of movies that we deem to be, I can't believe you ain't watched that people have actually not watched.
Yeah. You know what's a good one? Now I'm thinking about it, because I know somebody in that comic space that said The Wood. I mean, that's my favorite movie. But like, I started thinking about Soul Food.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I saw Soul Food early 2000s, and there are people who are born who are
not seen it,
haven't even heard
the movie Soul Food, right?
Oh, the movie is before that.
Probably.
The movie, because the TV show was out when I was in college.
Yeah.
So the movie might be, let's see what the movie was, man.
I just watched that probably about 2 months ago. The movie.
With Soul Food?
Yeah, Soul Food. It was a good movie.
Yeah. Because I got, is on
1990 fucking 7.
Ain't that crazy,
you
man?
Are shitting me.
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
You are shitting
It's
me.
insane, man. It's insane
So
how
the movie
old
came out in 97?
97,
Yes.
bro.
Damn. It don't seem like that. Damn.
You are shitting me.
You know I just watched yesterday?
That means we was in high school.
It was in high school. Because I remember being in college and
Sophomores.
like we had HBO for free. That
means y'all stole it.
No. In our dorm, I don't know how they did this or why they did this.
Yeah.
To a bunch of horny 18-year-olds. HBO and Cinemax was like channels 87 and 88.
Nigga,
They were like, is y'all niggas crazy?
Nigga, Emmanuel.
Are you hearing that bit?
Hold on, it was
crazy.
Emmanuel.
Yeah.
What was the other one? Red Shoe
Diaries, nigga.
Oh.
Then you had Taxi Cab Confessions.
Oh, Taxi Cab.
Real Sex on HBO.
People don't
Wow.
understand how great Taxi Cab Confessions was. Like a dope show. It was like the preface to everything we see nowadays. They put a camera
in a regular cab.
And people would be just in there talking about their whole life, but every now and then
somebody would get real. You be like, oh yeah.
I'm trying to hear what other dead bless you. Every now and then somebody be in that back seat. Just yeah, all right.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, these movies, they old movies, man. I watched it the other day.
97.
I watched it made me think of how old Cam is. I love It Is What It Is. They show Cam and Mace, man, they got a podcast. It looked like a regular TV show.
Yeah.
Cam and Mace, man, it's so damn funny.
It's hilarious.
I just saw. I
so
literally
funny,
saw a meme about it today, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't know they had a show."
Man, it's so funny. It's the realest show on anywhere. But they talk about sports, but they talk about it like y'all talk about it in the living room, bro.
Yeah.
But I watched Paid in Full yesterday.
That's my movie.
Yeah.
That was your first time seeing it?
No, I hadn't watched it since like.
It's on Netflix. Every now and then I pull it up.
Yeah, I watched it on Paramount yesterday. I hadn't watched it in forever, man.
I read the book actually.
Oh, for real?
Paid in Full by AZ Faison, the actual
okay.
Ace. Mm-hmm. It was a good movie. I mean, good book rather.
Yeah, it was real good, man.
It's a little different, slightly different from the movie, but yeah.
James said, "What you know about Emmanuel?" On
everything. We talked about it. Emmanuel, yeah.
I'm trying to think. What was that movie about?
No, it was a show.
It was a show. It was a show that was basically about sex and stuff.
Yeah.
People dating. Well, not dating, but
what? Because I don't know about
Cinemax.
It was on Cinemax, and they wouldn't really necessarily
I know Real
show.
Sex. I know Taxi Cab Confessions. I know that, but I
It
don't
used to be
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel. I remember that show. Hold
Not
on.
a nigga knowing the whole. This nigga know the chorus to the goddamn opening. To the opening song.
Bruce Brown. you know
That's how much I used to watch that shit. Yeah, man. Emmanuel.
Man.
Yeah.
Red Shoe Diaries. All that
I remember
shit.
Red Shoe Diaries. Yeah.
There she go.
Yep.
Man, I don't know about that.
She used to be out here getting, you know what I'm saying, softly
that was
schooled. Softly schooled every week.
Yep.
Softcore porn. Okay. Yeah, like James said, it was Skinemax. So that's what we would call it.
Yep.
I remember Red Shoe Diaries. Yeah.
I couldn't believe they gave us HBO and Cinemax
in college.
Just on the regular, just click up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, TV. I was watching this thing today. Somebody had put a Fire Stick on like a fatback TV.
Yeah.
The round, the little screen. I just remember. I just thinking about that back in college, man. You would click up and up in the little corner. I had like little green numbers. That'll be my numbers. I click up the stations or whatever. I just remember that stuff, man. It was great, man.
Oh yeah.
Basic, normal. Wasn't no DVR. I remember when I got a DVR. It was my 2004 year in college. Mm-hmm. I ain't been the same since.
Yeah.
When I was recording shows, bruh, you couldn't tell me nothing with a DVR, man.
What cable company was you with? Adelphia?
Oh man, it was something like that. It had a big ass remote too.
Yeah.
It was like long.
It's like Martin.
It was like long. Then it had a little circle, and it kept going at the top. Oh, it was huge. I used to love it. I'm like, man, you can just record shows and then watch them back and rewind them. Yeah. Man, it was the greatest, man.
I wish we could set up a legit museum, which I know they have them probably around the country. So a legit museum that we can take younger people to nowadays and just show them with the stuff we like put a VCR tape. Yeah. Fucking put it. Shit. Remember when you had a rewinder? Because they said that rewinding tapes on your VCR it was bad. So you bought a rewinder. That was a hustle out of all hustles. Yeah.
Can I say something? Because you talking about that. I mean, we was watching the show the other day, and Mackenzie was asking all these questions about all the stuff that was on there. Should I feel bad? But it shows just how good it is. The Cosby Show is so good.
We keep saying you
Mackenzie she can't stop watching it.
Hey, hold on.
And my soul don't want to tell her, man. Like,
you know what episode I just watched?
Which one?
The dude was sitting there. Did you make the music?
But you're so sad. That's all you had to do, and I knew exactly what you were talking about.
I was just watching that.
It was
like
Cliff's
2 days
off
ago.
day. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All he wanted to do was relax and read his paper. Mm-hmm. It's so bad. I know this whole episode,
man.
But Denise was at home with her boyfriend and all this stuff. Yep.
Yeah, so I'm in season 2 now.
You know what? I love Dance Mania. Whenever that show comes on, the episode when him and Cockroach was supposed to go to the show, it was basically what Soul Train is in real life. And Cockroach went in, and for those that the younger listeners, Cockroach is Cole
Payne,
Cole from Martin. But yeah, he went in. It was all this, yeah.
It's good stuff. And the first episode of season 2, it was the first day of school. And Rudy, Mackenzie had to get in the shower. She's like, well, pause it, because I want to see what happens on her first day. I'm like, oh, shit. But the Cosby Show is undeniable. It's timeless. I don't care what age. It is. It doesn't like, it's not too corny. It's not, nothing drastic ever really happens. It's just,
right.
It is elite television.
For a family that had money in the sense that they do.
They was real. Is that
they portrayed real issues in a good sense, and they made it funny. Yeah.
It was good stuff, man. It was real good stuff.
Any other movie before we?
I'm gonna say just real quick. See, these are some of my personal favorites though. But Weird Science, Tremors.
I love Tremors. Oh shit, I love Tremors.
I didn't really fuck with scary movies.
Yeah.
No, Tremors wasn't. Tremors is like the snakes and it looks so corny.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I love Tremors. Arachnophobia. I love Arachnophobia.
Pretty Woman.
You know, I finally saw Pretty Woman one time.
Yeah. Home Alone.
Oh yeah.
Home Alone is not my favorite movie of all time, but it's my favorite Christmas movie. But it really is, it is succinct.
Right.
It is no wasted scenes. It is story in the movie. It's just they don't waste nothing.
It gave you the first introduction to how white kids talk to their parents.
Oh, it does.
That too. It did. How about
he was talking to his mama like she was crazy.
How about hey, she got tired of that shit though. Put his ass in the attic.
Left his ass.
How about The Good Son?
Yeah.
Same.
Oh, that was a good one. With what's the kid name?
Macaulay Culkin. He was the same.
Yeah, but the other guy, I can't think of his name.
Ooh, good question.
He was in Deep Impact as a teenager.
Good question.
I can't think of his name though.
Oh yeah, but The Good Son, yeah.
That was a good movie.
That's another one.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's a lot of movies, man. That's just like us. We ain't gonna, generations before us, we didn't see. Like I know it's movies my brothers and sisters saying that I didn't see.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Elijah Wood.
Elijah Wood.
Okay,
That's his name.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
that's a good one. Last thing, real quick. So
Yeah.
it's
I got something too.
Go ahead. Oh, well, all right. So I've been seeing. Well, this might be I don't know if it's heavy, but.
Oh, okay. Real quick. I will wait. We'll wait till the end. Yeah.
But real quick. 10 years. It's been on the news all week. Amanda Berry and them and stuff like that or whatever. You know, getting out the house or whatever. It's just like that's. Just want to shout that out again. You know, real quick because I remember going to Roverfest with Paco and a bunch of people, whatever. Like after that happened and Nelly had brought Amanda Berry out and stuff like that. It's just like that whole thing. It's just I'm amazed it's been 10 years.
Wow.
Which is crazy how fast time flies because it's 10 years since they've been out the house, but they have been in the goddamn house for damn near 10 years.
I don't want to. So hopefully Leah listening. I don't know how close Mackenzie is around, so I don't want to get into specifics. I don't know if I ever told this story on a pod.
That you was always at the hospital.
Oh, I told that.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, yeah. We was there.
Oh yeah.
We was there at the day of.
Yeah.
And we in the lobby like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
Right.
what is happening?
So it was
And people
cameras and different shit.
No, people started running in. Like, they found her. And I'm like, who? And then Leah like, Amanda Berry. But I was in Atlanta when it happened. I didn't know who Amanda Berry was. I had zero. I'm like,
oh, yeah, that was a real big.
and I remember going
That's a big
outside
story here.
and calling my mother. And I'm like, Ma, it's people. And my mother was checking because of what I want to get, but what was going on, what we was there for. And I'm like, Ma, it's people everywhere about this girl. And she was like, yeah, it's all over the news. By the time we got to the back to get Leah checked out, CNN was outside of the hospital.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, what
that
is happening?
Death outside like I had McDonald's. You had your McDonald's first, huh?
Dead giveaway.
He stole your lines.
He stole my whole flow.
Sorry, go ahead.
No. I wasn't getting ready to say that. It was just getting ready to say it was just a big situation.
yeah.
It was very big,
that
bro.
was
It was
cool.
very
I
big.
barely
Dog.
remember the actual when it first all started happening.
Yeah.
Like when they
Yeah.
missed it, I barely remember that being in the probably because I was in the streets and not watching the news.
In the
shit like that.
streets.
I mean, it was a lot of stuff that was going on. I think around
What
that same
brainstorm
time.
had going on? He was moving packs. I was out here in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Worry about no motherfucking Amanda Berry.
Nigga brainstorming this
I
motherfucker
got
like,
these berry packs, nigga.
I got the real white girl right here.
That sugar booger. You know what I'm saying?
you know what I'm saying?
And mine ain't hidden, baby. You got it for the Lord.
Yeah,
But no, it was a crazy. I will literally never forget going outside to call
Yeah.
my mother because that was BlackBerry season. I saw the BlackBerry.
Yep.
And I had to go outside to get good service. And I walked outside like,
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
It was one of them. You know when you watching TV, and then something across the news go. That's what it was. Urgent news, or you know.
Yeah.
That's the type of shit.
That was wild,
Was the
man.
whole Anthony Sowell shit going on too as well around that time?
No,
Not to say it was a little bit
was-
later. It was a couple. We were talking about the other day too. It was a couple years
A
later.
couple years later, okay, yeah,
Because my boy's dad grew up across the street from Anthony Sowell. We were
Okay.
talking about that the other day.
yeah. But yeah, that Amanda Berry shit was crazy, man.
Crazy. Let's see.
She's actually on the news every morning now.
Really?
Yeah, she does the thing.
She
on
does.
Fox 8.
Yeah, I watch
Finding
because I watch the news
missing
every
people.
morning. So yeah,
Yep.
she do it every morning.
Why do I feel like still would have to be afterwards? But yeah, it was just. So I feel like something happened when I was still.
Oh,
living
no, this
down
was
south.
before.
Okay, I'm about to
Well,
say.
maybe-
something,
yeah, I'm
I
about to
feel
say,
like something
yeah.
happened when I was still living down south. Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn, that was before?
Yeah. Okay. I thought so. Yeah.
yeah.
I thought I was still living down
2011.
south. Yeah. I thought I was still living down there when that shit hit the news.
2009, he was apprehended. Wow.
Shit, I remember us being in Vegas, and that
When the guy
was
went
shooting
on the
around
spree.
Cleveland.
That was the first trip.
The first trip to Vegas. I remember that.
2017. Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff that didn't happen.
Yeah. That ain't gonna happen when we go to Vegas this time. No. But yeah, I'm sorry. But you got one more thing you want to close out on.
Oh, it wasn't nothing crazy. But just, I mean, it wasn't nothing real. Who the craziest one, man?
Oh, goddamn.
Okay.
Who the craziest one?
They
You
gotta
know
put
what?
Chris in there 'cause
You
y'all
know
heard the
going
rumor,
with?
right? Y'all heard the rumor with Chris and Usher, right?
Yeah.
I heard they got into it.
Yeah.
The rumor.
Yeah.
So we got James. Who the wildest Brown? We got James Brown, Bobby Brown,
I didn't even have to pick. You didn't
Chris
got to show
Brown,
me.
Orlando Brown, and Antonio
Orlando
Brown.
Brown.
that's what,
Orlando
that's
Brown
what I
be
was
wildin',
gonna
G.
say.
That
He be
nigga.
wildest.
Crazy.
Yeah, Orlando Brown be wildin', man.
Orlando Brown crazy, man.
I think a running second is probably AB.
Yeah.
AB.
And then I'm going to say probably
Bobby.
James.
I'm going to go with Bobby.
You going with Bobby?
I'm going to
Okay.
go with Bobby.
Whew.
After that, did y'all ever see that interview that James Brown did?
Man, the James Brown interview might be nothing wrong. I'm funny because there's nothing wrong. What do you say? Oh, it's the greatest interview ever, man.
And them glasses he had on, man. Yeah,
I'm feeling good.
Nigga was high.
I will say this much though: if any truth comes out of this whole Chris Brown Usher thing, he might go up to. He probably got to go away for
so what they saying happened? I didn't hear what happened. I just seen the headline.
From what it's supposed to be, is he got into it for whatever reason. Supposedly, this is all allegedly because we have no video footage. TMZ got some little video footage of him kind of walking away or skating away. Usher kind of going after him to be like, "Hey, calm down" or whatever. People talking about, "Oh, I can hear him saying fuck her" or whatever. But it's like supposedly he had words with Tiana Taylor. Supposedly, and that was like he was, and Usher stepped in and be like, "Hey, calm down," and yada yada yada, and whatever happened, that was that. And then he was walking outside or whatever. Usher went behind him to kind of whatever, and then his people supposedly jumped Usher.
Really?
That's what the word on the street is.
They probably like pulled him off. I seen video, but I saw that. I heard that too.
Yeah,
and I saw a video of him. I'm like, he ain't got no jump bruises on him.
But who?
Yeah, I mean, because Usher put a video out when he was doing his event, the Lovers and Friends weekend or whatever was going on, and it's like a little thing on the bridge of his nose. People was like, "Oh, that wasn't there before." I'm like, I'm not gonna watch videos to sit there and try to find one little scratch on somebody or something like that. But
nigga, if you do get into an altercation, nigga, you gonna have something possibly.
Yeah. We'll see. As long as the concert still goes on that Friday night that we're in Vegas because we got some tickets for it.
So this took place in Vegas then at one of his
I don't know where Usher's doing his Lovers and Friends thing at.
Oh, okay.
I don't know where that was.
Yeah, it was
but he threw a party, I guess, for Chris Brown's birthday. You know.
So how you gonna throw a party? I'm gonna throw a party for you and you get into it with me about
crazy,
what?
Ain't it? If it's true. If it's true.
It's all alleged. So yeah, man.
All right, well, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap this one on up. We didn't kill each other today. Even talking about Ebony K. Woods, we didn't kill each other. I mean, but if I'm not back on the show next week, baby, it was death.
And nigga Brainstorm was mediocre.
So I had to get rid of it.
Nigga did an average intro. He did an average intro. We can't have that shit.
Oh man, that's funny, man.
All right, Playboy, giving your average ass shit. You know what I'm saying?
Give your average ass information. You mediocre ass motherfucker.
Hey, at the end of the day, it's average ass Playboy and DJ. Playboy DA quotation the average DJ. No, man, you can find me on Instagram, Playboy _average James 3. You can find me on Facebook under my average name. If you know me, you know me.
My pop say mediocre, be mediocre to the mediocre ass nigga. Be mediocre.
Enough said. No, man.
I hate y'all.
No, I'm out, man.
Dev, give me all your mediocre
it's
shit.
Mediocre Dev 216. Motherfuckers always said, do what has to be done mediocrely when it has to be done, whether you like it or not, or you're a mediocre ass nigga. That's it.
All right, it's my mediocre ass too then. All right, man. So follow us, DMST at yahoo.com.
Bunch of mediocre ass podcasts in there.
Yeah, I'm saying, yeah. Email us with all your mediocre ass questions and shit.
Oh man.
Hey man, we'll be back next Sunday, man. It'll be another mediocre ass podcast next Sunday, man.
Oh man.
Agree to disagree, but this shit is all mediocre, man. We've been struggling. So all right, man, we're gonna get out of here with our average asses. So it may be cloudy today, but the sun will come out tomorrow. So as long as you are here under the sun, live your life to the best of your motherfucking ability. I am DJ Brainstorm for you and on social media. That is DJ Brainstorm, the number for the letter U.
Ebony K, hold on. The bus, niggas got the bus stop. Bing.
We all float down here, bitch.
All right, we out of here with our mediocre asses, man. We out of here, y'all. Peace, y'all.
Peace, man.